Hello everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood Gnostic bartender. This is Chris again, and I just want to talk today a little bit about the Tree of Life. I've been seeing a few posts about it, and I'm not a Kabbalist, but I haven't spent 40 years in the cave studying the Zohar or anything, but I know a couple of things that might be interesting. So I thought I'd share it today, and thank you for watching. I hope you find this interesting. So, the Tree of Life theory, as it pertains to Nolan's cross, uses a tree that we're all familiar with, and it is this shape. Yes. Yeah. Okay. That's the most common form we see today, and that's the one that Petter Amundsen laid over Nolan's cross in his demonstration. And that is but one style of the tree, and of course there are many others, but it is the most common we see today. But I wanted to talk a little bit about it, because what you see in this tree is the tree after the fall of Eden. And there's this space here that's commonly marked as Daf. Some say death. It's a doorway from one side of the tree to the back side of the tree. It's possible that we once occupied that space, and after the fall, there was a void left here, an abyss, separating the lower Sephirot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which represent the lights on the menorah. That's not the only interpretation, of course, but the lower are sort of under the guidance of the Shekinah, which is the female aspect of Jehovah, and the face that he shows in the material world through things like the burning bush, etc. The top three are the Godhead, the crown, and then there's knowledge and understanding, wisdom and understanding. And you can't have one without the other, because you can certainly know a thing without understanding it. I know what a nuclear reactor is. I cannot build one from scratch. So you need both knowledge and understanding to get the full picture of things. But as I said, this is the tree after the fall from Eden. We occupied a space in the spiritual realm here, and we were cast out all the way down to the material realm. This form, in order to be redeemed, rectified, we need to elevate these spheres back up to their original positions. When you do that, you get this very symmetrical form of the tree that looks like this. And you might notice that there are two interlocking hexagrams here, which would form the vesica piscis in the center, which is the origin, perhaps, of the ichthys, the fish symbol of Christ. So this is the redeemed or rectified tree. Sometimes it's called the Gra tree. Which is named after Elijah ben Solomon Zalman, who was a Talmudist, a Kabbalist from the 1700s. He's not the first to suggest this form. He's the first to kind of put it into a diagram. But I believe the idea of this rectified tree is much, much older. So there you have it. There's another tree there. There's a couple of trees. They come in all different shapes, all different sizes, and there's more than one. There's said to be 4 Kabbalistic worlds, and each one has its own tree, and they all grow from the same root. Here's my sort of diagram that I did of that idea. These are the 4 Kabbalistic worlds. growing from the same point. You can see that they form a cross of Malta in the center there, which is kind of interesting. Another interesting thought is the Tetragrammaton and its connection to the tree. You know the four-letter name of God. Here it is in English letters. Yod He, Vav He. And you might notice that the bottom of the tree forms a Y. And you might notice that the middle section has two pillars and a crossbeam. And the top of the tree, well, doesn't look like that. But just imagine you're going up the tree, you know, in your spiritual consciousness. And when you reach the top, you have a chalice. Now, the trip up the tree is not a one-way ticket. It's meant to go both ways forever. You go up and you come back down. You go up, you collect holy wisdom, and you bring it back down to the roots to nourish the roots. If you make it to the top, you receive something that you should share with those at the bottom, so that all can be lifted up to the top again. So just imagine you've gotten to the top and you're collecting this wisdom, this is dew from the heavens in your chalice, or the blood, or the water, whatever you would like to use as a symbolism. And now you must pour it down to the roots below. And so you invert it. And that's how you build the tree of life. And that's the form it has. Granted, these are not Hebrew letters, but I don't think it's a mistake that this came out this way. So the chalice appears this way as you get to the top, then you invert it and send that down the tree. At the bottom is Malkuth, at the top is Keter, the kingdom and the crown. And the Kabbalists say that these are one. The crown is in the kingdom is in the crown. And so it's cyclical. It goes on and on, just like this name does up the tree. Yod He, Vav He, Yod He, Vav He, up and down, up and down, up and down, like an electric current almost, right? So that's my thought on that. Somebody asked me how old they think the Tree of Life symbolism is. I don't know, but something that always made me think of the same symbolism was the crucifixion, especially on, as shown with the three crosses on Golgotha, on Calvary, right? So you've got three crosses there, two outside pillars, one middle path, the crown of thorns at the top, which is Keter. Either side of the two thieves. And just like the two pillars represent two different energies, one is mercy, one is severity, so did the two thieves represent two different energies. One was penitent, and one was impenitent. And one was forgiven, and one was not. So I think that symbolism was present back then. And so for me, the Tree of Life idea and philosophy is very, very old. Older than the first depictions of it that we have from medieval times. I think it was an oral tradition, just nobody wrote it down. So that's my thoughts for the day. Hope you enjoyed this, and hope you watch further videos. I'll try to get more out a little bit faster succession here, but been very busy, but thank you for watching. Really appreciate this. Please send me any comments or questions. I'd love to learn more as well, and I'm sure there are people out there who know a heck of a lot more than I do about this. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.